What do you need to know about Tokyo? Deep, deep waters. First time I came here, it was a transformative experience. It was powerful and violent experience. It was as if it was just like taking acid for the first time, meaning, what do I do now? I see the whole world in a different way. I often compare the experience of going to Japan for the first time, going to Tokyo for the first time, to what Eric Clapton and Pete Townsend must have gone through, the reigning guitar gods of England, what they must have gone through the week that Jimi Hendrix came to town. You hear about it, you go see it, a window opens up into a whole new thing, and you think, what does this mean? What do I have left to say? What do I do now?
Welcome to Tokyo. You are not invited. This is the other Tokyo. 12-hour flight, and I'm baked. No sleep. Might as well, must, go out. The Kabuchiko district near my hotel has the advantage of being where the subterranean life, the repressed ids of the Japanese male, and some females too, comes out to play. Joining me is Japanese film producer and production manager Masa Kokubo. Always a good sign when protective chains separate entertainers from the soon-to-be entertained, right? Prepare yourself for the greatest show in the history of entertainment.
A long time ago, we lived a race that lived peacefully in the old forest on a planet far away.
No, it can't be over. Not yet. No. But yet it is, with a series of chaste high fives with the hard-working performers.
Okay, I gotta tell you, I've seen Jimi Hendrix.
Have you?
I've seen Janis Joplin. I've seen David Bowie, Diamond Dogs. I've seen Colleen Dewhurst and Jason Robards in Moon for the Misbegotten, directed by Jose Quintero on Broadway. Considered one of the greatest productions ever in the history. This was the greatest show I've ever seen in my life. It had it all. It was the greatest show in the history of entertainment. I don't understand it. I'm completely confused. There's like 100 people working on that show. Millions of dollars worth of like robots and technology. How do they make money?
Well, one thing for sure about this area is that like, quite a lot of businesses unspoken but governed by the Yakuza.
The Yakuza. That's the fraternal organization prominent in the entertainment and financial services sector, as they say, who are said to, supervise things here in Shinjuku. Principally your arcades, your gambling, pachinko, adult entertainments, your porn shops and sex clubs, along with other ancillary services. But how much actual boning is going on in the sex district? Generally speaking, it's more a field of dreams than the actual act of sex. Hostess cafes, for instance, where a lonely, overworked salaryman can find the attention of cute, seemingly adoring girls who find their every utterance fascinating.
So now hostess bar is, I just want somebody to tell me I'm fantastic. Oh, you're so interesting. Your job is interesting. You are a very sexy man. I don't care what your wife says. I think you're really interesting.
Penetration, maybe by a Q-tip in the ear, followed by a personal love spell in this case to make your tea taste better.
Okay, what is this place? What's happening here?
Oh, this is the
Are these boys?
young boy host clubs for not for men, but for middle-aged ladies who are bored with the regular housewife's life.
Well, wait a minute, you got like a million guys wandering around here looking to get, and then you got a whole bunch of bored middle-aged housewives coming in here.
Spending quite a lot of money.
Why don't they go to the same club and somebody will actually have sex?
People don't like getting rejected, so they sort of like pay for their pleasure. And then they make you feel welcome, and maybe you can feel like, I'm not that bad after talking to those girls or boys.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Well...
No, that's heartbreaking, dude. Is the business of Shinjuku dreams?
It is more for the dream of doing so, which is never gonna happen.
Really? All of this? I mean, it is a very enticing situation. I mean, look at this, wait a minute. She looks like she really likes me. Look, she's got her tongue tucked up in the corner of her mouth.
Who? Which one?
Oh, no.
That's a boy, though.
Oh. Well. Whatever.
Golden Guy. Long my favorite place to drink in Tokyo. Hundreds of micro-sized bars, each different from the other, with their own micro crowd. I love it here.
No, actually, I've never been here before. Maybe I have, I don't know.
This place is one of Masa's favorites, Bar Albatross. A few seats, strong drinks, the definition of a hole in the wall.
Now, do people come here right from work, drink all night, and then go back to work?
仕事終わってすぐ来られて。
やっぱ多いのはサラリーマン。
Oh, salaryman.
Salaryman? Would a salaryman bring his wife here?
それは奥さんっていうわけじゃなくてですよね。
奥さんのがなかなか。
So, look, in America, the bartender is like a priest.
So you come and talk to them?
I can tell him all of my problems, and I could behave very badly, and he will never talk, ever. That this is the contract.
Okay.
Absolute confidentiality. Do I have that kind of arrangement here now?
こっから出さないようにしてもらえますかって聞いてますけど。
あ、そういうことですね。それはもう秘密を守ります。
So I have his implied guarantee of total security.
Yep.
So if I came here with some dinosaur riding hoe in a bikini,
What?
it would be. I'm not.
まあ。
No, you don't have to ask. It's okay. Oh man, this is a great country. Every chef I know wants to die here.
Is that about the food?
Because the food is awesome. And because I think all of us understand that we don't understand anything about Japan. And I totally don't understand the porn here.
What way?
Why is it okay? You can't somebody with a penis, but you can with an octopus tentacle.
In Japan, there is a very old, very deep, and very rich tradition of martial arts. Many styles, many schools. The Yonekura Gym in Toshima Ward focuses on boxing, and this man, Kenji Yonekura, is a legend, having trained generations of fighters using a simple and effective philosophy that has some real application to our story. There it is, pasted on the wall behind the ring. 1. Speed. 2. Timing. 3. Distance. The same idea applies to the convention-shunning sushi techniques of New York City legend Naomichi Yasuda. Until recently, the chef partner of one of the very best, if not the best, sushi restaurant in New York, the eponymous Sushi Yasuda. A short while ago, under very mysterious and completely misreported circumstances, he left the Manhattan restaurant, which still bears his name, and at age 52, moved to Tokyo to start all over again. I was determined to track him down and see what the hell he was doing. These days, this great man is running a 14-seat sushi bar in the Minato district of Tokyo. His wife, Naomi, is his only helper.
Welcome to new place. Thank you for coming.
Why did you do such a hard thing?
This city, Tokyo, this is kind of the mecca of the sushi. So I just want to be the sushi chef in Tokyo.
Yasuda is a friend, and my master in the sense that he's taught me pretty much everything I know about sushi over the years. He's a very, very interesting and complex man who constantly surprises.
Tony-san, this wasabi is one of the most expensive wasabi. So I wait. Finally, this one goes to the discount box. Then I bought this.
It's very French of you.
So many things separate Yasuda-san from other Japanese sushi masters. The most noticeable is his hands. They're huge. Look at the knuckles, enormous from years of pounding cement walls during repeated daily practice in Kyokushin karate. He first trained and competed in Tokyo. And when he came to New York, he continued to practice. Often in underground bare-knuckle matches where you fight until someone gets beaten to the ground. This style Yasuda practiced was about beating your opponent as quickly and as aggressively as possible. Speed, every second is important. Rice is getting cold, seaweed is getting soggy, fish less than perfect temperature. Look at his posture, a fighter's stance. Distance, knowing the perfect spot to be. Moving in and out as needed, never out of position. Timing, reacting to his customers' pace of eating, their ever-changing desires, always ready for the next move.
Most people who don't understand sushi will go to a sushi bar and say, "Oh, I had the best sushi last night." The fish was so fresh. It was right out of the ocean.
Freshest fish, there's no taste. Just chewing, just hard. And people think, oh, freshest should be good, but it wasn't.
Yasuda's menu changes constantly with what he finds in the market. And like thousands of other sushi chefs, he heads every day to Tsukiji, Tokyo's central fish market, where nearly 3,000 tons of the world's best seafood arrives every day. But unlike most others at his level who arrive at 4 a.m. to cream off what they perceive as the best and freshest, Yasuda-san arrives later. He does not buy the ridiculously expensive otoro, the fatty belly meat of the bluefin tuna that people have been known to pay hundreds of dollars a pound for. Instead, he buys tuna from the heads, using his knife skills to go for qualities that most others miss, removing every bit of sinew from what would otherwise be a difficult piece of meat, until it's, well, perfect. And he cures the results, actually cures it, breaking down its molecular structure in a desirable way by freezing it quickly in a medical-grade blast freezer, where it will stay for a week or longer at minus 82 degrees Celsius. He pioneered this technique years ago in New York, where if you bothered to ask, he would have proudly told you that the absolutely unbelievably sublime piece of perfect sushi you were eating was frozen.
Delicious.
Thank you very much.
Which is more important, the rice or the fish? Or what
Rice.
percentage? Rice, more important.
About 90%.
Wow, that's...
Fish is the second ingredient. The main ingredient is rice. So my sushi is rice.
Yasuda, he still trains, though his fighting days are over. He says he was tired of hurting people. He brings me to Kamiyo Dojo in Asakusa to try and show me how his sushi technique and Kyokushin karate are one and the same. Nobuyuki Kamiyo, the master.
Nice. Many of the people ask me, what's the point between the karate and the sushi? But this movement is so much good for the when I make the sushi because of the stance. The other different type of the karate, the stance is a little bit more upper. So this karate is a stance is a little bit more deep. This. So standing in front of the cutting board, little bit of the deep stance and movement, deep stance, and the body move this and watch to the vision from left to the right, right focus. Move this, move this. Then watch this and watch this. This is one of the key. So this karate is my sushi roots.
Now, in an official tournament, 2-minute round,
2-minute round.
and the result you're looking for is points.
Point or knockdown. But 2 minutes fight or 1 minute fight, that's most hardest.
If it's underground, you can just work on their legs for 5-7 minutes to slow them down, then you go in.
Yes, and no compromise, just do it. Whatever may happen, no excuse. See the result, good or not. If it's bad, try again. Don't give up.
Right.
This is my sushi.
Perfect.
Those who buy into the notion of Japanese women as shy, giggling, subservient victims of convention would be confused by Tomika. People, as everywhere, if you look deeper, can surprise you. Her day job is doing this. And I gather from what she tells me that she gets plenty of work. The Taito Ward of Tokyo, another complicated warren of businesses layer upon layer, where excellent izakayas are well represented. Places where a hard-working salaryman can have a beer or some sake, or many beers and many sakes. And salty, savory, pickly, delicious snacks that go brilliantly with alcohol.
Please. Yes.
Tomika brings me to one of them, Daitoro, to meet some friends.
Kenpai.
There's kusaya, grilled fermented fish, followed by some skewers of beef intestine and chicken. This place is known for its motsunabe, intestine stew with miso, so we order some of that as well. This is Naga, invited along to help translate. Naga runs a custom service company, but he also teaches pole dancing for men. Then there's this man, Kinoko Hajime, one of the best-known and most respected practitioners, a master of shibari, the art of ropes, of beautiful knots, of what, for lack of a better word, we call bondage.
So, how big is the sadomasochistic community? How many people are active participants?
10万人ぐらいもっといるかもう勝手な俺の予想ですすごい計算して
100,000 people. A lot.
This is shibari. Translation, to bind. And to make things more confusing for those looking for a concise takeaway, a comfortable reaction to what sure as hell looks pretty disturbing, Tomika, who spends most of her time whipping, burning, and generally abusing men, enthusiastically reverses roles in her long-time relationship with Hajime.
It looks like a very delicate procedure. Does it hurt? Or does it feel good?
Yeah, 気持ちいいよね。
もちろん。
Of course. But this pain changed to the ecstasy.
何も考えない時間っていうのが一瞬でもある感じがする。
What she said, when she was tied up, no need to think. Just leave it to. She loved that.
Performance art, craft, fetish, or compulsion. It's an old and shockingly omnipresent feature of Japanese popular fantasy culture. Magazines, movies, even comic books, the intricate restraint of a willing victim is, well, it's there, not far from the surface.
What percentage of Japanese men are interested in either tying up women or subjugating women?
そういう女性をこう縛ったり。
多分全員やってると思うんですよ家では
All of them.
All of them. Well, then the question is, how many Japanese men like to be tied up?
あこっちの彼女
全員ですね。
Yeah, all of them.
So in your experience, all Japanese men like to tie women up, but in your experience, all Japanese men like to be tied up. Who's more up sexually, Americans or Japanese?
態度が変わったりするかって、その例えば店のオーナーとして。
そうですね全部一緒です
Yeah, same.
よかったらやってみるといいんじゃない？
So maybe she suggests you to be tightened up.
A little late for me.
America, where I come from, we are told at a certain age to put aside childish things, the action figures, dolls, and creatures of our imaginations, to arm ourselves for the brutal realities of the real world, real combat, real sex. In Japan, increasing numbers of people don't. They continue to live a life inside four walls, inside their mind, the life we call of the computer geek, the nerd, as avatars. There's a name for it, a whole subculture of what's called otaku. Once a derisive term, now a proud identifier of the geek, one who has turned his back on the real world and finds satisfaction elsewhere. Manga or comic books hold a different place in the cultural landscape here and address different needs. There's yaoi, for example, otherwise known as boys love manga, extremely popular with teenage girls. Stories change, but the core themes are sexually ambiguous boys getting very friendly with each other. What legions of young girls and soccer moms find compelling in the thousands of these titles is something of a mystery to outsiders looking in. But there they are, whole sections of manga bookshops dedicated to basically One Direction type boy band figures having sex with each other. Yaoi isn't generally explicit, though it can be. Some of the most popular manga are, however, lurid, over-the-top illustrated stories of incredible violence, rape, murder, and sexual fetishism. Toshio Maeda is a manga creator like few others, the father of what can only be described as tentacle porn. His 1986 manga Urotsuki Doji was about half-human, half-bestial space invaders in search of an evil supreme being. It contained unbelievably graphic, lurid, violent, and one would argue offensive images of sex acts involving not sexual organs, but other protuberances. It became a huge hit and has been imitated widely, both in other manga and in live-action films. A whole genre of lurid but extraordinarily well-drawn madness. At Meino Umi restaurant, Toshio tries to explain.
You know, this girl seems like a high school girl. So, basically, it's forbidden. It's our sense.
Notice, by the way, the distinguished owner and her complete lack of shock or offense at the graphic, frankly horrifying images of rape, violation, and murder spread casually across the table for all to see. Japanese manga, ones that everyone reads on the subway home even, well, they're different.
The big breakthrough was you couldn't draw penises, you couldn't draw specifically orifices, you couldn't actually show humans penetrating each other.
In Japan,
Right.
it was a big no-no at that time. So I invented tentacles to be evasive about the law.
Also demons.
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 Yes.
It's fantastic. Whether you meant to at the time, you absolutely changed the world of manga. You created an entire spectrum of pornography that didn't exist before. I mean, if you go to YouTube now, there's tentacle manga. There and tentacle and demon manga. There is tentacle and demon anime. A lot. Oh, that looks good.
For dinner, there's katsuo no tataki, fresh bonito seared quickly over flame, arranged in bite-sized pieces, garnished with daikon, fresh greens, sprouts, and ponzu. Toshio comes here often for the tomato nabe, commonly a favorite of sumo wrestlers as part of a weight gain diet. Basically, it's a hot pot of meat and vegetables. Chicken, pork, beef, fish balls keep getting fed into the pot, usually alongside much beer and rice, adding that much-needed bulk-up factor so important to sumo wrestlers and cable TV hosts.
So appealing to the hidden desires of a manga buying audience. Men want filthier, dirtier, more violent.
In Japan, you can't be rude in public.
Right.
But you need to just, I can say that, letting off steam.
Right.
So probably the manga is the one way to do that.
What do women want? Generally speaking, what do women want in manga?
Yaoi.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys love. You know, because probably don't have enough experience to do that with real men.
But nobody's going to the fish market and asking for live octopus. Probably not.
Probably not.